Confession. I love homegrown tomatoes and vegetables, but I'm not that passionate about gardening. I think today I'm going to work in my garden a little bit. Not that the vegetable garden needs a whole lot of work, but it's going to kind of update you guys on what we've got going on. And I want to plant some flowers in the front bed. Easier to go ahead and leave her in here because she's so not in the routine of coming in and out. One day she'll be better stand trained and we'll get you a nice good shot of her udder. Right now she's so obviously not well stand trained that I can't get you a good picture, but she's got nice big teats, her udder's nice and soft. I'm really pleased with her overall. This is actually going pretty well. She's getting better and better. She's kicking less, she's jumping less, she's wanting to stay here longer and eat. And she's wanting to actually eat food instead of cookies, which is good. She's kind of figured out that this is breakfast. And she still gave me about 3 cups of milk this morning. I'm going to show you guys, this is about what we got today in milk. So a little less than a quart and a little less than half gallon. This is basically so the milk doesn't back up into my pump. I backed my milk up into my pump the other day, and now I'm on a different pump because it's all sticky and doesn't want to work. Definite increase in production with Pixie getting a little bit more. She's definitely giving me about 3 cups of milk. And Cece's picked up production, which has been nice. She's always had a lot of milk, but she's just now starting to give it to me. This is exciting, more milk for Chief today. Okay, breakfast time for babies. I'm gonna let them out in the pig pasture today for a little while, not all day, because it's gonna be pretty hot, and let them kind of clean up the weeds. So we have an escapee. All right, littles. All right, everybody else, come on. Talk your mom's in here. Snuggle bear. Still hasn't found mom. She's in there. Oh, success. Oh, no, wrong mom. He's really old enough that mom's probably starting to wean him, honestly. It's these two that I wish she would stop and let eat. I don't know what that's about. There we go. Oh. Well, you knocked mom off. She just doesn't like the chaos. Our potatoes, I've told you guys this, they kind of got lost in the frost, but they're coming back, but the carrots are definitely dead. So that stinks. We've had kind of a garden fail with those. Morning, boys. Good morning. And we've learned, since we planted those and done those, we've learned a better way to do those tubs. And so I think we're gonna put together some self-wicking tubs and try those out. All my seeds that I started in the house failed except for the peppers, which is something. So I went and got some plants last weekend and planted. And I'll show you guys those. My onions are getting close to being ready to pull, which is good because then I'm going to plant something different in those boxes. Good morning, Piggles. Good morning. We're gonna leave them out here in the hot vents for a little while today. So I gotta get them some water and we're gonna let the girls in here. See how that goes. Girls, come on! Girls! Come on, goats! Come on, goats! Come on, goats! So our hope is that all this yellow flour the pigs won't eat. And there's a ton of it. And there's just weeds in here. that we'll give them a few hours in here. Today, while it's a little bit cooler, and they will eat the stuff that the pigs won't eat. And they'll trim through the fences, and I'm sure we'll have babies on the wrong side of the fence, because that's what they do. They should enjoy this junk pile for sure. But yes, all of this the pigs aren't eating. They've eaten the grass down to the dirt, but they haven't eaten any of this weed. So I'm gonna get you some water, Tune. Give me just a minute. So yeah, that is the hope. Let's just hope that they stay in here. Well, this seems to be going well. Babies are having fun on the jungle gym out here, which I figured they would. I love goats because they always do the thing that you don't want them to do. All got our head through the fence eating all this. There's like tons of stuff to eat out here. Nope. Everybody's having fun. I guess it's good. I'm having trouble mowing this area anyway. They can weed it for me. Oh, confession. I love homegrown tomatoes and vegetables, but I'm not that passionate about gardening. It's not my favorite thing. I love the animals, I love the animal husbandry part of homesteading, but the gardening is just something that I've just not loved the way that I love everything else. I don't mind it, but it's just not something that I'm like super excited about. So you can see our potatoes are coming back in a couple of spots, but these, what we've decided is they don't retain moisture the way that they should, and that's why they're struggling. So that's the point of the self-wicking tubs, but no carrots. The onions, on the other hand, are doing really well and are getting close to being ready to pull. So I think maybe what I might do is do the carrots in this low box here, replant them, because carrots have kind of a longer growing season, and then this is going to be a squash plant on this side. So I've got a zucchini plant, a pepper plant, and then that'll be a squash plant. We may plant a couple, 1 or 2 zucchinis in the front beds, and then I think we'll do a self-wicking tub. We'll probably take the dirt out of these maybe and do a self-wicking tub for the green beans, because I don't want to put a green bean. So I can put a green bean here because it's going to be a bush, but if I put it here, it's going to block the shade from the sun from those. Our cucumbers, I need to water these. I'm going to water them real quick. So I've got 2 plants that are doing okay. I think this one has bit the dust. And then tomatoes and peppers, and everything needs to be watered. I'm really pleased with how well these onions did, and I've got a couple of garlics mixed in. These did not do well. We planted several garlics. We only had 4 I guess to sprout. Hi pigs. Hi pickles. See what these guys have done? It's hot. They've dug themselves out a cool spot to sleep in. Yes, you have. And you're all muddy. You're all muddy. Look at your nose. Look at how muddy that pig nose is. Okay, so confession number 2 today. Flower beds are kind of the bane of my existence. I never take care of my flower beds. My mother is very sweet, and she comes to visit me in the spring and always cleans my flower beds out, and then they grow up on weeds again, and I feel terrible because she works so hard to get them all cleaned out. Today, the plan is to clean out the flower beds because no mom this year to clean them out because coronavirus. So these are my this is a flower bed in here. It's weeds, but there's some irises in here. And I started a little bit. So I've got this one cleaned out. And we need to pull up these dead shrubs. This needs to be pulled up. But there are like 3 that are just completely dead. We cut them back and they never came back. Probably because we didn't do it right. But me, I say we, me. And I've gotten a little bit of this bed cleaned out. They have these cute little rock passed around them. This nice Japanese maple that somebody thought would be good to plant like right next to the foundation of our house. And this tree, again, right next to the foundation of our house. Most of the weeds are gone. I just got to get these saplings cleaned out and the back. And my hope is to plant flowers. So I have some flowers to plant once I get the beds cleaned out and prepped and ready to go. And I don't know, gardening's just not my thing, number one. Like the vegetable, it's better if I'm gonna do anything, and flower beds just have not been high on the priority since trying to clean this place up. We basically just tried to keep it respectable looking in the front of the house, which it normally doesn't, but make an effort. It just got too hot today, so I had to put the girls back up. Didn't we, Tune? Touch that fence. Yeah, you be careful. That fence will get ya. We even tried. Come on. They dug themselves a wallow, and I put some water in it for them. Trying. I really don't want your nasty muddy nose all over my legs. Calm down. Calm down. So we got this bed cleaned out. It took a shovel to get all of the little, what do you call them? Little trees. There's a word for them, but all the little trees that were here we got pulled up. You can see all the saplings, all the little saplings. Whew, it was a hot day, guys. We got this one cleaned up a little bit more. We dug out all those dead bushes that we had. We got started on this bed, so hopefully tomorrow we will get out here and kind of finish this and get the soil turned over and it raked out, the rest of the weeds raked out. I'm excited. I've never, like I said, I hate flower beds. Like, they're the bane of my existence, and my mom has been so sweet every year to come and just clean things out for me, just so I don't, the front of our house doesn't look so terrible, because we just haven't had time. I mean, when you live on a homestead, and I think I've said this before, but there's a lot of you that are new, this place is kind of a dump. When we bought it, we've hauled out over 10 tons of trash, and it's taken 5 years for us to get it to where it just runs. So stay tuned to see if the flowers grow. So hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Make sure to give me a thumbs up if you liked our little gardening update. Leave me a comment if would love to hear any of your suggestions. Snucklehead. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can see if my flowers actually grow, if we actually produce anything in the garden this year. Again, I'm terrible at gardening, and flowers are definitely not my thing, but I'm excited. Maybe that will work now that the beds are all cleaned out and ready to go. Make sure to stay tuned to see. These guys are just rowdy tonight. So yeah, we're really excited. We're almost up to 700 subscribers. We're so thankful for you guys. Just keep liking our videos, keep commenting, keep subscribing to the channel. We're growing every day, and we just couldn't be more excited and more thankful for you guys. And we'll see ya in the next video.